All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you're a teenager today, it's super easy to think of artificial intelligence as this weird, distant sci-fi concept. But actually, it's literally running your everyday life right now. Today, we're unpacking the introduction video for a totally free course from the AI Bridge Foundation called AI Basics for Teens. It's built exactly for 13 to 17-year-olds to help you finally decode the tech that is actively shaping your world. The best part? Zero coding required and absolutely no boring textbooks.
So, first things first, we've got to stop thinking about AI as these dramatic movie robots trying to take over the planet. The real AI, the kind you interact with every single day, is actually the invisible engine curating your TikTok feeds, securely unlocking your phone with Face ID, and building those scarily accurate Spotify playlists you didn't even ask for. Most of us use these tools constantly without having a clue how they actually work, or worse, how they're being used on us. Well, this explainer is going to show you how to change that. Here's what we're looking at today. We'll start with AI foundations, move into generative AI, tackle prompt engineering, look at algorithms and attention, dive into deepfakes and safety, and finally, we'll meet Ari and map out your learning path. Okay, Section 1, AI Foundations, the real version of AI. Let's hit the absolute basics here, because to really get this tech, we have to strip away all the crazy hype and intimidation.
Think about technology on a spectrum. On one end, you've got simple automation, like a vending machine. It just follows rigid, pre-programmed rules. You put in $1, you get a soda. Simple, right? But then step it up to machine learning. This is Spotify slowly learning your exact musical taste based on what you skip and what you put on repeat. And finally, true artificial intelligence. This refers to systems finding impossibly complex patterns in massive oceans of data, patterns that our human brains literally cannot see. Once you understand that difference, you'll start spotting real AI hiding in plain sight in the apps you already use.
Moving on to Section 2, Generative AI, beyond the search bar. We're talking about the tools that completely broke the internet, and we're going to skip the explanations that are either way too basic or way too technical. Using tools like ChatGPT or DALL-E feels like actual magic sometimes, right? But let's cut through the jargon. Text generators do not think like you and I do. They aren't sitting around pondering life's mysteries. They are just highly advanced prediction engines. Basically, they look at your prompt and mathematically guess what the very next logical word should be over and over and over again. And a quick side note that the course gets into, generating images uses a completely different technological process than generating text. And knowing it's just a prediction engine brings us to a massive flaw in the system, hallucinations. This is when artificial intelligence just confidently makes things up. It's kind of like that one friend who pretends to be an expert on a movie they haven't even seen. The AI presents completely false information to you as absolute fact. Look, knowing why AI lies to you isn't just a cool trivia trick anymore. As the source material points out, it is an absolute necessity for survival on the internet today. You've got to know when to trust the machine and when to verify. Which leads perfectly into Section 3, Prompt Engineering, using AI like a power tool. Because honestly, the difference between getting total garbage from an AI and unlocking a digital superpower is all about how you ask the question. Instead of just typing a basic question like you're Googling something, the course teaches you actual engineering frameworks. Take COSTAR, for example. That stands for giving the AI context, an objective, style, tone, and audience, and a specific response format. You'll also explore concepts like chain of thought prompting and role prompting. And again, absolutely zero coding required to learn this. These aren't just neat little hacks, they're structured engineering methods to make the AI do exactly what you want it to. Next up, Section 4, Algorithms and Attention, how social media manipulates you. We really, urgently need to talk about the documented reality of how these platforms use AI behind the scenes.
Look, it's not paranoia, it's heavily documented fact. Social media recommendation algorithms are not optimized for your mental well-being. They are optimized purely for engagement. They just want to keep your eyes glued to the screen. You're going to learn exactly how these invisible filter bubbles form around you totally silently, trapping you in this echo chamber of your own views. And even worse, you'll see how tiny incremental recommendations can actually drag users down dangerous radicalization pipelines, constantly feeding you more and more extreme content just to get that next click.
But here's the crucial part. You can fight back. The AI Bridge Foundation course isn't here just to scare you. It gives you the actual toolkit to take your control back. We're talking highly practical strategies, like feed hygiene, literally training the algorithm so it serves you instead of the other way around. You'll master intentional consumption and figure out how to effectively use reset tools to just wipe away the digital junk. Because at the end of the day, your attention is yours, and you deserve to own it. Moving to Section 5, Deepfakes and Safety. Real threats in schools right now. We absolutely have to address the dark side of this tech, because AI scams are actively targeting teenagers.
If you think this is just theoretical stuff for the future, check out this staggering data. In just one single year, AI sextortion reports skyrocketed from 5,000 cases to 67,000. It is a massive jump, and it's happening in middle schools and high schools right now. Scammers are actively weaponizing AI to extort and manipulate young people at a scale we've never seen before. It completely proves why you need to arm yourself with the knowledge to protect yourself and your friends.
And the tech is moving terrifyingly fast. To create a highly convincing voice clone of you, like one that could literally fool your parents over the phone, an AI only needs 3 seconds of your audio. 3 seconds! And malicious Nudify apps? They can create incredibly damaging fake images working from just one single, totally innocent photo off your Instagram. It takes practically zero data to create a deepfake of you or someone you care about.
But once again, the course gives you the defense. You'll build real, actionable verification habits. You'll learn how to run reverse image searches to track down where a photo actually came from, use lateral reading to verify facts, and establish callback protocols with your family to instantly debunk those AI voice scams. And most importantly, you'll know exactly the steps to take if a scammer ever targets you. You will always know what's real, what's fake, and exactly how to respond.
All right, Section 6, Meet Ari and your path. Conversations, not textbooks. Now that we've covered the what, let's talk about the how, because this course totally ditches the traditional, stressful school format. You're not going to be sitting through boring lectures or stressing over multiple choice tests. Instead, you'll meet Ari, your own adaptive AI tutor. You learn by just having natural conversations with Ari. It'll teach you a concept and then ask you to explain it back in your own words. If you're breezing through, Ari speeds up and dives deeper. But if something's just not clicking, Ari instantly pivots, maybe throwing out a new analogy or breaking it down into smaller, easier steps. There's no time pressure, absolutely no grades to stress over, and zero judgment. It just adapts to perfectly match how your unique brain works.
And this AI Basics tier, that's really just the starting line. Once you finish those 5 topics at your own pace, you can jump into the AI Intermediate course. That's where you'll tackle massive societal topics like data privacy, bias in AI systems, and how to actually position yourself for a job market that AI is totally transforming. And beyond that is AI Agents, which gets into the wild future of autonomous systems. But it all starts right here, building a solid, jargon-free foundation.
Remember, there are no paywalls, no prerequisites, and no sign-up barriers to start exploring. If you're online right now, you are ready to begin. As we've seen, these invisible systems are already out there optimizing your feeds, cloning voices, and predicting your next move. AI is shaping your world every single day, so the only question left to ask yourself is, are you ready to shape it back? Head over to the AI Bridge Foundation and start your conversation with Ari today.